First of all, I would like to appreciate Bachelor in Media Studies students and their teacher, Krishna Acharya, for organizing such an important program. The program itself tells a lot of things, truth and ethics through Eastern non-duality and Western rationality. So, since this is the philosophy class and the discussion is about philosophy, I would like to begin with a story related to philosophy. एकादेशमा एकजना बाजश्रवा नाम गरेका ऋषि थिए. In one place there was a rishi called Bajasrava. I started with Ekadeshma, in one place. If I would be telling a story from the West, I would start with once upon a time. So, कुनै एक ठाउँमा, कुनै एक समयमा. So, here, place and their time. So, what does that signify? That signifies the foundation of the Western and Eastern civilizations. Philosophical debates, discussions are there regarding the importance of time and space, which is primary. In the Western context, time is primary. That is why they start their stories by once upon a time. In our civilization, space is important, and the time is just secondary product of the movement in space. That is why Ekadeshma. So, in one place there was a rishi called Bajasrava, and he had a son named Nachiketa. At the time of the incident we are referring to, he was just 9 years old. And this story is primarily found in Katha Upanishad, which is also called Kathopanishad. You will find the same story even in Mahabharata and other texts as well, but the primary story is from Kathopanishad. And what happens, once Maharshi Bajasrava, he decided to organize a yajna called Vishwajit, in which all possessions had to be donated. And while he was doing that yajna, obviously out of curiosity, Nachiketa would be around him asking this question, that question, and sometimes disturbing his father as well. So he noticed that, okay, father is giving everything like one after another, he is donating, and out of curiosity, he asked, "Whom will you donate me for?" "Oh father, I am the dearest one. Okay, of all possessions you have, the dearest one is myself. And as I have heard, this yajna is to donate everything you possess. And since I am the most dearest one, for the yajna to be successful, you have to donate me. So whom will you donate me for?" So he asked that repeatedly. Okay, the father wanted to discard that question, but in return, I am offering you 3 vardhan. Okay, 3 vows. You can demand me anything. I will fulfill that. Then Nachiketa said, "Okay, upon my return to my home, my father shall be very happy with me." So what he demanded? With this single sentence he demanded so many things. He demanded return from Yamaloka. Normally whenever one is dead, he or she would not return. But very cleverly he demanded that. Okay, upon my return to my home, my father shall be very happy and very happily greet me. So this is how he reconciled the relationship with the father as well, with a single demand. The second one, he said, "Okay, while the yajna was being performed, I heard Swarga Kamo Ejet. The yajna will offer you Swarga. So I would like to know, what is Swarga? What happens there? Why people look for Swarga? Why people aim for Swarga? Do so many tapasya, all these things. Why? Then Yama told about Swarga, the heavenly abode, and the facilities there, the happiness, the joy. And then Nachiketa asked, does it last forever? No. Once the good deeds you have earned is fulfilled, then you have to return to the earth or any, you may be another creature as well, not only human beings. So that is not permanent, that is temporary. And then Yama asked, what is the last thing you would like to ask? Then Nachiketa, he thought, okay, Swarga, for what the people had been doing yajna, that is not permanent. Okay, I would strive, I would seek for such thing that is permanent. Satchit Ananda, which is blissful, which is joyful forever. So then he asked that. Then Yama became surprised. Nachiketa was just 9-year-old child, isn't it? Then he said, okay, Nachiketa, you can ask me anything. You can be wealthiest person in this world. Ask me for wealth. If you want to be emperor of the world, ask me. I'll make you. If you want to go to the heaven, right after this conversation, yeah, I'll ensure. If you want to return to earth and live happily with your family, and the day you feel bored there, even you can go to the heaven after that. Whatever you want, you just ask me for that. But don't ask this question. What is the ultimate truth? What is the ultimate happiness? Such things. Okay? Because you are very smaller. At this very, very young age, okay, you shall not delve into such difficult question. But Nachiketa said, no, I don't want anything which is transitory, okay, which ultimately leads to misery. Then Yama tells him about 2 paths in human life, which is very relevant to your topic you have chosen. So he says, okay, human beings, they have options of 2 paths in their life. One is called Preya Marga, the path of pleasure. Another is Shreya Marga, the path of good deeds, the path of spiritualism. Okay, so one is about consumerism, one is about having a lot of wealth, fame, okay, and companionship, success, everything. But that will be temporary. But you will be rewarded very fast, very soon. So what happens? If you are having some employment, you will get salary right after completion of in some countries it will be per week, yeah, in some countries it will be per month, yeah, even there are people who get daily wages. But the path of spiritualism, it is very difficult. And the path of pleasure, Preya Marga, it is much easier. So which path you would like to take? Yama asked Nachiketa. The story is longer and the philosophical discussions may be complex for you, but ultimately what happens? Okay, Yama teaches Nachiketa that though the path is called twofold, but those who have got Atmagyan, the ultimate Vidya, they can reconcile that. Okay? So in the worldly setting, generally people have binary approach. This switch, this can be either on or off. Is there any other alternative? Either on or off. So what happens in daily setting, even in academia, in politics, generally people think of in dichotomy. either this or that. Either you are my friend or you are my enemy, like this. Either you are successful or unsuccessful. Either you are happy or unhappy. But in reality, if we go deeper, what happens? All these things, success and failure, day and night, okay, happiness and misery, all of them are part of a bigger system, whole system, and they are in a spectrum. That is called continuum approach. So that is why in Upanishad, so Vidya and Avidya both shall be reconciled. What is Avidya? Avidya is about like worldly thing. Vidya is about spiritualism. But he teaches, Yama teaches Nachiketa that the life is threefold. Adi Bhautika, this body and the physical world. Adi Daivika, mental world, and Adhyatmika, where you have to know the self, Atman, and then Brahma. Okay, you talked about Brahma even during the seminar. So the best way would be to reconcile between the Shreya Marga and the Preya Marga, to have a continuum approach in our life. So if we have that continuum approach, so how that is settled here? Especially in Hinduism, in Buddhism, and in Jainism, the primary thing is dharma. In Buddhism it is also called Dhamma. So that is the only difference of language. In Pali it is pronounced as Dhamma. In Sanskrit it is pronounced as Dharma. So you might have heard in Buddhism there are 3 Ratnas, isn't it? One of them is Dhamma or Dharma. And in case of Hinduism, which follows Veda and post-Vedic texts as well, so Dharma is the supreme. In Jainism as well. So in other contexts, the emphasis shall be given to other things. But here, this civilization, which has thrived over millennia, it is founded on the principle of Dharma. And what is Dharma here? Dharma is qualification. Dharma is natural principle. Dharma is characteristics. Dharma is dharana. Through Dharma we know who we are. Through Dharma we know what are our duties, what shall be done, what shall not be done, what shall we refrain from. So it is called Patrata and Adhikar Veda. What is Patrata? Patrata means selfhood, who we are, individuality. And Adhikar Veda is what shall we do. As a teacher, what shall I do? As a father, what shall I do? As a thought leader, what shall I do? As other roles vary. So my characteristics, my duties will vary. So and ethics will be defined according to that. This is what Buddha teaches. This is what Tirthankara, all Tirthankaras, they teach, and this is what Rishis teach. And here, through the conversation between Emo and Nachiketa, okay, the Satchit Ananda, the ultimate truth, ultimate pleasure, and ultimate reality, everything is taught. And reading philosophy enables us to do that. Okay, you have already discussed in your classroom setting as well. There are various branches of philosophy. Metaphysics is one of the branches, like epistemology, ontology, logic, okay, aesthetics, ethics, axiology, and so on. So I am very happy that you have chosen to further explore on philosophy. Philosophy is obviously part of your curriculum. What has been prescribed in the syllabus you have already studied, but engaging with friends and teachers in the seminar setting or panel discussion, it enhances your understanding further. I again appreciate you for this, and I wish my best wishes for the success of this program. Thank you.